Hey everyone, this is Taher with All Tech Services. One of the applications that comes standard with Office 365 is Microsoft Teams. We often get questions on how to use Teams and the best way to implement it for your business. So I wanted to create a very quick, just the basics tutorial of Microsoft Teams. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I'm doing here. The first thing I want to do real quick is just provide a very brief 3-slide overview of Teams. So why use Teams? We have email, we have so many ways to communicate. Why add another application on this? Well, the benefit of Teams is it's more than just communication. It can be a central communications hub for your business. So you can have different teams set up, different group chats. So everything is well organized and you can do more than just text. You can send files and videos, even GIFs and emojis to keep everyone on the same page. You can also reduce email clutter. With all the emails we get nowadays, this ensures that within your team, all of the communication is not only saved, but it's easy to go back to and view, and it doesn't clutter up your email. You can also schedule video and audio conferencing with the team and members outside of your team, which is really nice. You can, like I'm doing now, record as well as transcribe conference calls straight to text, which is a really nice feature, and it works pretty well. The other thing is with so much different communication going on, you can easily pin or save chats or conversations so you can refer back to them later on. The other big benefit is it integrates with the entire Office suite, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. The primary benefits that I would see most businesses using, Teams can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be, but the top benefits that you can get going on right away is you can chat with groups, you can set up conference calls, you can set up teams, which is, for instance, sales team, accounting team, general team, which we'll get into. And then you can share so much more than text, which we'll also get into. So now let's go ahead and start with chat. So on chat, as you can see here, Holly Bowles is one of the owners here, and I can quickly send her a message. I just sent test chat here so you can get an example. However, if your entire office is on the Office 365 suite, once you hit this create a new chat, you can just search for anybody you want to send the message to. For instance, I'm going to send a message to Holly, George, and Norman, right? So now we have these three people here, and just like an email, when I send this, as long as they have the Teams downloaded, they're going to get this message, which is great and very convenient. And then you can rename this, whatever group name you want, test 2, for instance, or sales, accounting, whatever you want to name this group, and you can save that. Now, whenever you do another chat, you can just easily refer back to that, test 2. So now whenever I send this message, I'm sending it to that group that I already created earlier. George is typing test chat received. Awesome. So as you can see, he received that message. And then you can add files, you can add GIFs, you can add emojis. It's really just a great way to instant message your team. So that's the very basic, the first thing that I wanted to mention with Teams. And oftentimes this is the primary function that people use it for in businesses. Quick instant messaging to your team instead of texting, calling, or emailing. The next thing I wanted to go over is the actual teams, right? So for instance, we have a team example here. This could be your business, in our case, All Tech Services. And then you can have channels set up, such as a general discussion. If you have some projects working, you can create a projects channel, and everyone on this team or this channel is going to be able to see this communication. It's similar to the group chat, but it brings the whole team in, and this is when you can really work on different items and include integrations. For example, I'm a marketing guy, so I want to see updates on Facebook. So this morning I integrated Facebook with this team's channel. This is going to give me updates on the daily Facebook views, insights, and things like that. It integrates with a ridiculous number of resources. For instance, when I go to connectors, I'm going to give you an example of some of these connectors. So if you're using any of these platforms, All you have to do is sign in and configure it, and boom, it's right here on the Teams page. Super awesome and super helpful, especially when you get granular with the different channels you have. Now, I set up a few things that are important. I have an Excel spreadsheet and a PowerPoint. Earlier, I was using my PowerPoint presentation right here out of Teams. But I also have an Excel spreadsheet that the entire team is now working on. So I can go to the Excel spreadsheet, I can make an edit, and now the whole team is going to get that edit, and they can make edits of their own because they're part of this team. So that's where the big benefit between Teams and chat. And I've hidden all of my teams just to make it easier, but we use this extensively. On top of that, you can call meetings. So for right now, I have a example meeting that I've joined, and that's how I'm recording this call. But you can invite as many people from your organization and outside of the organization as you want. And once they enter, you guys can all conference call, video call, record, and share screens. So if one person on a team also has team application downloaded, they can share their screen and show reporting or whatever it is that they're working on. This is huge and helps me with different meetings that I do inside and outside of the organization. On top of that, I can quickly make calls, video calls, or regular calls to any of the team members that I have. In addition, you can also have the Teams app on your phone. So if I were to call Chuck, for instance, he's going to get a call on his phone if he's not in the office. He can answer that just like a regular phone call, or we can do video conferencing with his phone. You can also conference everybody or add a group to conference. Again, this is getting a little deeper, and most people may not be using this as extensively as the chat or Teams, but it's a nice feature I wanted to go over. The last thing I wanted to cover is files. So when you go to your files, this is going to be an aggregate of all the files that you have shared or worked on within Teams. So I can quickly go back to my different examples that I have and work on them, or just have a nice snapshot of the different things I may be working on week to week. Well, that's pretty much Teams in a nutshell. This is a nice short video that gives you the very basics of how Teams work. If you want to dive a little deeper, you can always reach out to our team, look at some of the other videos we have, or just get to know it yourself. There's plenty of great resources online. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you and have a great day.